Hello everyone, welcome to another Dauntless News recap. I'm your host Trevor, and I go by TheMrTrails. It's been a minute since our last recap, but I, as many as you, have been busy playing Dauntless Reforged. I've also been busy with some partner stuff, Flare soon by the way. So the first bit of news we're going to start off with is addressing one of my previous concerns I had during my Reforged reaction video. One of the main things I didn't like when I first booted the game was checking out my Slayer's path and seeing we only were given around 2,000 exploration and combat merits each. For reference, it took about 3,300 combat merits to max out one of your weapon classes, which means we went from having everything we ever needed to play every weapon before 1.5 to now not even having enough to fully play one weapon to its full potential. Well, on Wednesday, there was a second migration of pre-1.5 accounts to the new system. This second migration included quite a few nodes being unlocked for us on the path, as well as getting some additional merits, Aether Hearts, and Rams credited to your accounts. If you were Slayer level 50 before the migration, you received an extra 14 Aether Hearts, 2,500 of each merit, and 300,000 Rams. And for each weapon you had over Mastery level 15, you had all of the weapon nodes for that weapon class unlocked. Many nodes on the path also got a price reduction in the 1.5.1 patch, and those price reductions were credited back to the players who purchased them as well. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I probably would have been okay with only one or two of these things being implemented, or if all of these were implemented, be on a lower scale, because after the second migration I ended up with around 10,000 combat merits and nothing to do with them. I went ahead and grabbed the nodes for extra healing from all sources and stamina regeneration, but the main thing I would have spent all of my combat merits on were all credited to my account, so now I just need a lot more exploration merits. I'm pretty sure I'd be able to buy everything that costs combat merits on the path, so the second migration may have been a tad overkill. Moving on, we've got Frostfall. I'm going to keep this a bit on the shorter side since many of you probably have seen some other partners' videos on the topic, but for the next few weeks we'll have player versus player island events where we pummel each other to death with snowballs. Oz has a few things in his shop, including a striker's skin and a few Dauntless themed Christmas sweater designs that I think should 100% become official Dauntless merch. I'm not joking when I say I have never ever worn a Christmas sweater, but if these were a real thing, I would consider wearing them. Oz also has a few curiosities under his belt, including the Frostfall cauldrons. All of these items cost Frostfall coins, which you can get in a variety of ways. But one of the best ways to farm the event coins for these items is to farm presents that are scattered around the islands. In particular, running laps around Emberthorn Cove. It has a densely packed island where 5 out of 8 present spawns are always there. The presents give you event coins as well as a present curiosity that can give you things like patrol keys, bounty tokens, and can also give you the Frostfall cauldrons. The cauldrons can give you a good amount of things, such as 5 Blitz or Frenzy tonics, depending on the number of people you are with, and if randoms in Ramsgate decide to help you out as well, it can be faster than just farming for the tonics that you want instead. But I'd say if you're solo, it would just be faster to farm for the tonics you want, but this is a pretty festive way of doing it too. Not to mention, you can actually give people tonics through these cauldrons now, so tonic trading is finally a thing, sort of. Moving along to event passes. These are additional hunt passes that will be active through certain periods. To view or set an event pass, go to the hunt pass menu and select set active hunt pass. So here's something I want to mention to you guys is that don't think of these as rip-off hunt passes. The first thing you probably noticed was that they cost quite a bit more than a typical hunt pass, but they actually give quite a few less rewards than your typical hunt pass as well. However, the main items on these passes would have been in the store otherwise. A couple of the flares or whatnot might have been in Oz's shop, but the main things that are making the price of the passes what they are would have been in the store anyway. They're just making you play for a bit after buying it as well. There was an issue with these event passes, and claiming bounties would not count for any experience toward them, and non-premium bounty tokens would disappear if you set one of these passes to active. That has been hotfixed, and if you claimed any bounties on the event passes or lost any tokens due to setting them as the active pass, you can submit a support ticket to have those bounty tokens credited back to your account. This does seem to be the season of hotfixes at the moment, as behemoths in the hunting grounds were not dropping rams when they were slain, but now that has been hotfixed as well. And that is going to about do it for today's Dauntless news. If you enjoyed, consider liking the video, and if you enjoy Dauntless content and are not subscribed already, consider subscribing to the channel, where I post Dauntless content every week. I've been Trevor, I go by the Mr. Trails, and I will catch you guys next time.